HitPointsGaming.
What's going on, folks? Mantan here, and I'm going to show you how to make a gun stock for VR in about $10. So what you need is a wooden dowel, some rubber tubing, and a tennis ball. And the wooden dowel that I have is a 1/2 inch in diameter, and it's about 26 inches long. That's where I cut it. Then I have the rubber tubing here, right, which is a 3 inch. It's 3 inches long. The outer diameter is 1/3 inch. The inner is 1.5. Then you have a tennis ball. Now, what the tennis ball is for is this is the part that's going to go up against your chest. I just scored it with like an X-Acto knife, so it'll slip right on there. And the same thing here. I actually just drilled like little holes inside of the tubing, so you can put your Oculus Touch controllers inside of it, right? So I'm actually right-handed, but I shoot goofy. So what I do is I take my Oculus Touch and I put the hand grip string through it, because I still like to connect it to my hand to make sure that I don't drop it, right? So you put the controller inside here, right? And it fits nice and snug in there. You know, you get the angle the way that you want. I put my wrist around it, around the thing. Boom. Get the other touch, and bam, there's your gun stock, right? Now, this works for the Vives as well, but I just happen to have the Oculus Rift. And the good thing about having this piece of rubber tubing here is that you can change the length during gameplay, right? So if you're shooting the smaller, like an MP5 or a FAMAS, is it FAMAS or FAMAS? I don't know. But if you're shooting a FAMAS, you can move it closer, right? So it's that easy just to go, you know, back and forth. In a game like Contractors, you know, it has the gun stock calibration. Really, I like to keep mine out, you know, out here for M16s and AR-15s and stuff. But then you have this hand here where it's free. This hand is free. So you can also, if you don't want to move the rubber tubing, you can just move it down this way to get your hands closer together. You know what I mean? Then you use the free hand to grab clips, grab your knife, hit your walkie-talkie, anything else like that. And I find that to be really, really comfortable once you get used to it. It does take a little bit of practice, you know, I'm not gonna lie, but for $10, it works really, really good. And I'm gonna show you guys in gameplay exactly what I mean. All right, so here we are in VR. I'm playing Contractors. It's currently my favorite shooter, and I have the Turbo Encabulator VR5 Gunstock Extreme setup, and I'm going to show you how it works, really. So I put it on my left shoulder, and when I lift up my gun to shoot, it literally brings it right to my eye almost every time. So it takes a little bit of practice, and this is where I was talking about where you move your offhand, you know, the free hand. So if you see I move it out, I lose the sight, I get it right to where it needs to be, and I know to keep my hand right there, and it feels super good, right? I'm actually going to go ahead and do the training mission here with it, and we'll see how I shoot. So now that I did not practice, that was literally my first time doing it. I missed what, like 2 shots there. So it is really stable, and one of the things you need to get used to doing is reloading, right? So now the gun's in your offhand, so you have to be able to reload with the stick side, but you get used to it real quick. You see how easy that was, and it takes a little bit of practice, and it feels a little bit awkward, but it's quick. Bam, I'm reloaded, shoot. Takes practice like anything else, and you're ready to go. I know that a lot of people don't like the way it looks, and that's totally fine. Me, I'm the kind of guy where I'm like, I'm in VR. I could really care less what my gun stock looks like, and I know that's a big factor for people, like for streamers and stuff. You want to have a gun stock that looks cool. I am not that guy. I don't care, and like $100 for some of those other gun stocks is very expensive. And this isn't for everybody. This is for somebody who wants a cheap gun stock. I highly recommend you give this a try before you go out and spend money on a like an expensive one. Maybe if you really like the gun stock, you're like, man, I wonder what it's like to have a really nice one. Me, I'm just totally content with this one right here. Now for grenades, I'm actually right-handed and I can't throw grenades with this hand because again, I shoot goofy. So I just got used to kind of pulling the pin and doing like a sideways chuck to where I want it to go. And again, that works out for me just fine. You know, the knife, you can go, those knives are like lasers in this game. So I got used to kind of like throwing out from my chest when I throw grenades, or if it's close by, I throw an underhand. So once you kind of devise your own techniques and stuff, it's a really good solid gun stock, and for the price, you really can't beat it. What I'll actually do real quick too is I'll change weapons. I'll go to like the FAMAS. I know I mentioned it earlier. I really do like this gun. And the FAMAS is a different size, right? It's a little bit closer. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get it to where it's comfy, right? I move my hand a little bit closer and I move the shoulder thing back some. So now my face is a little bit closer to the gun, and you just have to make an adjustment in order to, you know, use different weapons, which is fine. I mean, with the other gun stocks though, that stuff's usually like screwed in and whatnot, so you'd have to actually adjust the stock and, you know, do screws and stuff. This one, not. You can make the adjustment right on the fly. Now it's a little bit closer to me. I can shoot just fine. Again, with the reload, bam, right back to it. You just have to get used and kind of practice with it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you, Enzo69 on Reddit. You can see his tutorial. This is not my design. This is his. I just decided to make a video to kind of put it out there because I think it's a really good option for somebody who doesn't want to spend money but wants to have a little bit more fun and immersion when you're playing a VR shooter. So take it easy, folks.
HitPointsGaming.